It's my first stream in a little while. I figured out all my computer flaws, so now I'm back. And I plan to be in full swing almost 3 days a week, except for when external things prevent me from doing so. So I plan on staying here, being entertaining, hopefully, if I can manage. Now, the point of today's stream is while I do like my model, I feel like it's not really accurate to my art style. So, and I'm the one who made it, so I'm not dissing anyone else's art. I am the one who did this. I'm just not the biggest fan of how it turned out to myself. Don't forget to stay hydrated. But, yeah. I wanted to do something better, more unique, something a little more me. Maybe not unique, but a little more true to me and a little more of my style just growing. So I will be losing my little sleevey thing. But besides that, and besides the band-aid and the flower, everything else will be staying pretty much the same. So, no need to worry about that. I will be doing 2 expressions because right now I am stuck with only this. I am going to try and stream a couple different times me making my model. One of them for today will be my regular model and then a confused version of my model because I think that would be really fun. So if I ever get confused, I'll have little swirls in my eyes and giant question mark going, what the heck is this? But yeah, I definitely think that I'm going to be much more happy with this new version. Because I don't have 2 monitors today, I have set chat to 10-minute followers purely because I cannot babysit and manage chat. So, in order to make sure that nothing happens that I am not okay with, I've not quite muted chat, but I've put a restriction on it. I'm really excited. I did a bunch of pre-work for my drawings, so I did all the sketch work. I did all of that. I needed to do the inking and the coloring for this. Part of the reason why I did that was so that within the time frame of the stream, I can and should be able to do 2 model drawings. And I'm always improving on my art, so we'll see if it gets better. And in just a moment, I will start streaming. Yep, we are here. And this is my sketch for the base. It's a lot more anime-esque in style. It's a very rough sketch. But with a rough sketch, it allows us to get better. I am going to lower the opacity down so I can see what I am doing, and we are going to begin. Now, I really liked what I did with her, but I know she's not going to be everyone's favorite thing. I should probably start on the skin. I don't know why I'm using a brush that is so tiny. That is way too thick. I'm still trying to figure out how I want my brushes to be. Because I'm still... I don't know why talking for a long time does that to my voice. Normally I talk on and on. But I've noticed that I tend to not use the brushes to their fullest capabilities, but I'm also still new to using digital. I only recently got the ability to use an art figure. Oh, not art figure, but an art... What's the word? This is not figure, an art... I'm drawing blanks here. An art application. So I only recently gained that ability, which allows me to draw how I feel without having to do multimedia. One of my favorite parts about it is the fact that I can delete without having to worry about trying to erase with a proper eraser, and I can do an undersketch without having to worry about the undersketch sitting through. Because I am still learning digital art, I'm expecting myself to delete and delete and delete. But I'm expecting it, and I'm okay with that. And honestly, I'm just happy because this character is going to be a lot more how I genuinely would want her to feel versus how I feel people will want her to look. Because if I were to keep my current model that you can see bouncing around right now, I don't know if I would have been super happy with that. Honestly, I don't know if I'm quite happy with this facial structure. So I will delete it. Oh! I went a little too far there. I forget sometimes how to undo or redo. I'm so used to redo being listed as a Control-Shift-Z that when it's Control-Y, I get super confused. So I'm like, wait, why is it still going backwards? That isn't what I told it to do. I told it move forwards. But that's still a process of learning. And I will learn. However long it takes me, I will get better. Even if it takes me on millennia. And this, good folks, is why I took the time before stream to prep my figure. Because I knew I was probably going to take, honestly, ages on it. And if I took ages on my sketch, that would be a heck of a lot different than if I took ages on my actual outline. And if I'm hoping to get through two outline and colors today, then I'd have to kiss my night goodbye. I would have virtually no free time. And I will admit, I did not flip this once. I do not know what this looks like flipped. I have no idea. If I flip it and it's a mess, I tried, is all I have to say to that. If I flip it and this looks great, I planned it. I didn't, but I planned it. So if it turns out great flipped, which I can guarantee you it will not, I planned it. I'm actually a little curious how it would look flipped. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. The eyes are gonna be where it's really, really bad. And now I did save it where the eyes are a part of it, where I do have a sketch for the eyes, but because I'm working for because I'm doing a model right now, I have two sets, one open and one closed, so that I can blink. Because, you know, it's nice to be able to blink. I feel more alive. I'm not quite human, so I can't quite say human. But it makes me feel better than if I were to just stare into your soul. I mean, staring into your soul might be a fun hobby for some people, but not right now for me. Right now, I'm much more into the idea of not staring into your soul. Maybe once we get to know each other better, I'll stare into your soul if you want me to. I mean, who am I to deny the fans what they want? But yeah, right now that is not the vibe we are going for. Obviously, I'm not going to be using my own artwork forever. I don't trust my artwork personally enough to go that far. I definitely don't trust myself with the process of creating a VTuber model for myself, because those are expensive. If I want a VTuber model, I have to save up, and I would like to have a following before I do, just because even if it takes me like 20 years to grow a following, I still plan on doing this. But if my model changes, or if I'm not happy with something that I designed and asked them to do, so that would be on me. But if I'm not happy with something I asked for, I don't want to just be like, oh, and now I have to spend like another $50 trying to get this changed or this one thing fixed because I'm the one who didn't like it. And that's my bad because I'm the one who designed this. So if that's what's going to happen, I'd rather just not buy an expensive model until I'm certain how I want my models to look and how my fans agree with seeing my model. If they think she needs to be more very alive, very lively, I'm not going to choose someone who might do more softer looking models. I need to put time and effort into thinking about what I want so that I can give fans what they want. Because fans are important. I mean, right now I may be streaming to potentially no one, virtually no one, unless I have a lurker in chat, which I'm okay with. Some people are like, oh, lurkers are bad news, but I don't see why that has to be a thing. Lurkers are just somebody who doesn't want to chat in the public chat. Honestly, if I had a room full of lurkers, I'm talkative enough for all of us. I mean, I might get confused on where to go verbally, but that's okay. I don't mind the idea of, oh, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. But if people don't want to talk, that's fine. I know for most of the channels that I watch, when I do catch a live stream, 9 times out of 10, I'm a lurker. Occasionally I'll type, and occasionally I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that, and then I'll stand out in front of them because, oh my gosh, they can see someone who's following them. But to me, that's not the important thing. The important thing is that if somebody's watching, it means they like your content. Enough so that they're willing to sit through it. Now, like I said, purely because my second monitor is my art tablet. So when I'm doing art, because my art tablet is one that I can see what I'm working on, I am more inclined to not give up my ability to see what I'm working on, because there's a lot of art tablets where you can't see the screen as you're drawing, so you have to rely on instinct. That's fine, that's good for those that like it. I like being able to see. Now, because my art tablet is wonky, if I try to do that if I try to separate my art tablet and do a split screen like I normally do, I try to draw on it, it will in fact only show up on one, it will only allow me to work, if I tap on the tablet, it will only allow me to work on the main screen. And I'm sorry, I would prefer to be able to do a lot more work. Normally, I'm very zoomed in when I'm outlining, but I watched a video with somebody who said that they prefer to be zoomed out so that they can see how their work flows together when they're outlining, and I wanted to try that because I'm always open to growing in my art skills. Another thing they mentioned was line density. And another thing they mentioned is checking without the sketch. Now for both of these, for both my base figure and the figure for when my character is confused, I pretty much used the almost exact same same body. All I did for the confused one was tilt the head. But that was for the base. Underneath the base, there's a bit more going on. But for the base, right now, if I were to show you the green bases, the only thing that would be different is the head rotation and the tail. And that is it. Now, once we get to that, I'll point out some more of the minor differences that I had done, excluding the one major difference, which is I'm going to have a question mark above my head. Well, to the side of my head. Because I'm going to be confused, and with a little PNG, I can do that. I could even make a version where I don't have the question mark. But I can do that because I have a version where there is a question mark. So I can understand, yeah, I'm going to remove this file. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But this is all a process of learning. I'm learning how to be a VTuber. I'm learning how to stream. I'm learning how to do online entertainment. I may entertain people in person in ways that I will not disclose, but online is a whole different ball field. Online, you don't get that chance to quite see how people are going to respond live time, because like I said, lurkers are a thing. Like I said, you never know what someone's gonna think. I could be chilling here and in 3 days be receiving haters. I'd be shocked that 3 people found me, but 3 people could be considered haters. Honestly, if I had 3 haters, I'd probably be excited though, because that would just mean people have found me. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, my channel's big enough for people to find. And then I'd probably be like, oh my gosh, people are giving me more credit, or like people are giving me more attention, which means more people are gonna find me and want to find out what I did wrong, including me wanting to find out what I did wrong, but that would be a different story. I'd be like, what did I do to get canceled already? I haven't even debuted. I'm saving my precious debut, my first ever precious debut, for after I get a VTubing model. Like a live 2D VTubing model. We're working on my VTubing model right now, so. But see, I can rant my butt off just talking and talking, because I have no one to talk to. Once again, like I said, I could potentially have someone that I could have been chatting with, except for I don't have the ability to see double screen right now, and my phone doesn't want to open the stream. It's telling me error, which is why I took 5 minutes before starting. Although in the video that I'm going to post about this to YouTube, it will only look like a little over 1, because I recorded the video after I opened the chat. But yeah, I figured out how to move things off of my system hardware, so that should be fine now. That my things aren't going to save onto my system hardware. Yeah, we've been streaming for like half an hour, and I've only got not even all the face done. And this is why I didn't say that we were going to be here for... This is why I didn't want to do all my emotions at once. I don't even know how far we would have been if I had just started the sketch here. Oh, I like that nose. That nose is cute. I like how it gets a little thicker in the middle and a little lighter on the top. Honestly, I don't know why I have that, but I think I just like seeing the anatomy sketched out. And it's a very clunky anatomy. But, you know, that's okay. Because I am ever building and ever growing. And ever adding ears. I will admit the ears are one of my favorite parts about her. About me, I mean. I think I'd be very sad if I didn't have my ears. Because, I mean, just look at them. They're so pointy and cute. I'd be jealous of me if I'd be jealous of someone like me if I didn't have them. I don't know how humans go around their day-to-day life without them. Catching their true glory can be so tricky sometimes, though. There we go. And then just a little bit of detailing. Yeah, the chalk sketch makes it a lot harder to show the details because it's so thick and wide. But once I go down to the pen inking, it's a lot easier to portray the actual sizes of things. I keep on forgetting that I should set my phone to silence for this. I don't need no vibrations causing up a storm, making my mic shimmy and shake. Nope, nobody wants to see that. I mean, it'd be funny, but no one wants to hear it. It'd be funny to them. Maybe that's how I'll get some haters, is because I don't silence my phone so they keep on hearing the vibrate. I understand now. It all makes sense. It's coming full circle. It's because I'm moving so slow. But if I move fast, then I over-adjust. This is a balance game for the century. Oh my goodness. Ready to spend the next 5 minutes here? Oh no. Oh no. Come on. I am not ready to spend the next 8 hours of my life doing just this one ear. I look up to some of the art streamers. And by some, I mean I mainly watch bits and pieces of a few. And honestly, not all of them are just art streamers. They're multi-content streamers that just so happen to also be amazing at art. And I want to show that I can be just as mediocre as a person can be that follows them. Because honestly, I don't mind if the big wigs never notice me. Oh no. I made it too thin. Ah. My soul. My soul has been harvested. My soul has just been harvested, realizing that I made that too thin. Wait, is that a good one? It is. Oh, I just want to add a little fake. Nope. A little fake aftermath tail. There we go. And it looks like it was there the whole time. So, next 8 hours of my life have been saved and are not going to be working on that part of the year. Let's see about any of the others. And just imagine, then the next time I work on that part of the ear for the confused figure, it's also going to take 8 years off my life. Not quite sure how long my lifespan is compared to everyone here. I'm not quite sure how you humans regulate compared to us. I'm gonna go back to this ear just a little bit and just add a little bit of a bend back like that. Nice. Oh my. And this is why we check art without the thing, without the sketch. Otherwise, I never would have noticed that the chin was literally just not connected. And see, the chin here is over connected. We can go back in and clean that up, but if we don't check without the sketch, then we never know, and if we never know, we can never clean up. You know, one of these buns is a little thicker than the other, but that's okay. I actually kind of like that. It's kind of cute. I feel like this neck isn't too long. That was an eraser. I feel like I design with necks way too long. That is way too thick. But I feel I design necks just way too long. If it is a neck, it's probably too long. With my Twitter icon, which I did in my spare time, not on stream, which I'm happy that I did because that took over the span of 2 days with things like trying to find home and etc. But I am genuinely happy with how the neck looked once I shortened it, and she didn't look like her neck went on for miles and miles. And you know, I'm kind of happy with the whole neck that doesn't go on for miles look. Because I'm sorry, I don't think I could find that pretty. I mean, if the body is proportionate, maybe. But that is not how she looked. She looked like she had a long neck. And, like, you could pull a tape measure on that thing. And be like, oh, yep. This is a long neck. Aw, heck. This is a long neck. And no, I do not reside within southern areas of any value. That is just me being an idiot, which I am, I think. I don't know. Some people say I am. I don't know. I'm not even quite sure what it means to be an idiot. I just know people say that I am, and if people say that I am, I probably am, right? That is not her body. No, 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 please, no. That is a little too... There we go. No. Not a big fan. Making the end tip. That is not what I wanted. Something got... That happens sometimes, I'm noticing. Where it thinks that I'm pushing full pressure when I'm not. That... I wasn't even actually touching that. I was touching it against my artist glove. There we go. I think the pen nib gets stuck in a fully I can't English. I was gonna say a fully pushed, like inward position where it's so pushed inward it thinks that I'm going full throttle. But I don't want to make it last like that forever. For those of you that know what I just did, I applaud you. For those that don't, keep it that way. I'm joking. If anyone finds out what I meant by that, just just applaud yourselves on the back for being a individual of culture. That is how I will describe it. Sometimes I'll do that if I don't like how something is. You know, I'm just gonna end up closing off the top gap as well for this. There, that's much better. Because then I can go from here. And if I don't like it, then I don't have to go all the way back. Yeah, I like that. I don't like that. There we go. I genuinely think it has something to do with my actual brush when I get moments like that. No, I think that might have been me, actually. Nope. I might need a new nib for my brush. That's better. And if anyone chooses to steal my PNG models, you know, I could just point to my actual video of me making them and be like, you know, they're shitty, so why are you using them? They are not top tier. Is it because you wanted to choose someone small who wouldn't know? I am small, but I will be highly sad. I mean, I'll take it as a compliment, but I'll be sad because I put time and stream efforts into this. Because this is a lot of effort. I'm putting myself out there, which is something that I honestly enjoy doing, but it's a very worrying thing. And I understand Twitch is not known for getting small names big right away. It's very hard to find people on Twitch. But you never know if you don't try. Which is why I also have a Twitter, and I also have a YouTube. Because, try as I might, just using one social media platform will not work. It will virtually kill my chances of being seen by anyone. And I would rather honestly not kill my chances of being seen. I'm also a huge believer in VOD watchers. You know what? I'm rotating the canvas. There we go. I'm a huge believer in VOD watchers. I myself typically am a VOD watcher. Not everyone has time for streams, and not everyone can make it to every single person's stream. And when that's the case, why force them? That's why I like having VODs at the ready. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be spending like an hour on outlines for this alone. Which means 2 hours out of what I was planning on streaming an hour, 4.5 hours. 2 of them are just going to be outlining. And I'm going to get an hour and 15 for color. And that makes me very happy that I also prepped my color swatches in advance. Except for the mouth. I forgot the mouth and I forgot the background color for the eyes. I'm a bit forgetful in trying to figure out all the things that I need. I tried though. I did. Let's actually turn off the sketch. Yeah, some of those lines are a bit wonky. I am really not a big fan of this entire side. I think oh, I'll just redo it. It is working. I'm just gonna redo this entire side. To be honest, I think I'm gonna do it without the sketch on because I think I'm gonna follow the sketch too closely if I actually do it with the sketch on. Yeah, I feel like that is a lot better. And honestly, well, this side still technically goes in more. I feel like this over here goes much nicer when it's out slightly. And then I just do a smooth line. And if it gets wiggly, it's wiggly. I'm also planning on eventually doing a stream where I actually make an overlay. Anything like making a better outro screen or starting soon screen, because honestly, my starting soon screen is not it, Chief. Not it. My starting soon screen is a room that I wouldn't even want to sleep in. And my poor little diary that I drew too. I've been keeping a diary that I found in some building. No one was writing in it, so I took it to write in. Though someone seemed to be yelling something as I walked out. Wasn't paying attention. I was too excited about my diary. But my poor diary doesn't even look good. I tried. I'm genuinely thinking of like better ways that I could do it, like showing more sketch mark of pages, you know, like fancy little book lines like woo 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 woo. I don't know why I drew that on myself, but you know, I wanted to give an example. I know what I need to do. I need to offset it. I can't just have it straight on. Why are all my lines straight? This is a curved line. Like that. No, it's not curved enough. Oh, that was so close. So close. Oh, I had it till the end. There we go. This part's a little wonky. But you know, for clothes, what clothing isn't just a little smidge wonky? What clothing isn't just a smidge wonky when you actually look at it? Tell me and I'll concede. Honestly, I know my art not the best. I don't make clothes that look like they have realistic folds. I don't draw cute anime girls. I draw me, and I draw my style. And I don't plan on just drawing me, it's just I am very early on. Which means I need a lot of art. If you notice, I have 0 banners for anything. I have no Twitch banner. I have no YouTube banner. I have no Twitch center banner. These are the types of things I will end up working on. And possibly on stream, because it's content, baby. I can be like, hey, look at this trashy art I'm making for my thumbnail. Woo! You guys want to see it, right? Right? And the answer will be most definitely no. Why are you showing this to us? And I'll be like, video games. Video games is the answer. Video games are the option. Sorry, stay hydrated. Don't forget. And then everyone can be like, then why are you posting art? I'll be like, because I like art. And if I don't post art, then how can I clout chase? I'm joking. That is a pure joke. I am joking. I genuinely like art, even though I'm genuinely not the best at it. So, yeah. I want to share my passion. That is not it, Chief. That is not it, Chief. Why do I just say that's not it, Chief? I don't truly understand it, but you know, I'm also I just don't understand this world's culture, the content culture. What's is it called memes? Memes? That's so overplayed, I've heard. But yeah. I honestly I'm not up to date with any of it. I feel like what I've heard be referred to as a boomer. Don't know what a boom is, but you know, I've been called a boomer. And I'm pretty sure that's not a good thing. If it's a good thing, then yay. If it's not a good thing, then I don't know what to say. That is not pretty. I'm gonna just undo the sketch portion here. I just like having my bare bones, like, this is what a sketch should look like. Because I like making my sketch and then like refining my sketch. I like making an anatomy-ish sketch, but not in a proper anatomy sketch. And now we go with the cleanup crew. Because I overshoot. Yeah, I am not a good educational source if you want to figure out how to do things. I am just an arty. I don't like that. That looks chunky. That looks chubby. That looks chubby in a way that her anatomy, that my anatomy does not work with. Because that's where the arm is supposed to sort of curve inward. And I can't help but make it curve way too inward. Inward to an unhealthy degree. And that is not what we are aiming here today, folks. We are aiming for a slightly slight inward curve. Something more like that. Yes, see? That's less bobbly in the wrong direction because the arms are not bending outwards. The arms are staying inwards towards my side. The arms moving outwards is a later design that I plan to work with. Yes, because later I plan on doing like a whole, oh, arm goes out like this, like look at me gesturing. And that, ladies and gents, is why I do a pre-sketch. Because otherwise that's how my arms and that's how my hands would look. I don't know why I did that sketchy. I just didn't trust myself because I moved it. See, like that looks a lot better. I don't like how rounded that was, but I still don't like how rounded that was, but see? I like that. And now for the eyes. I promise it's just because they're in like early production. That is why it looks so wrong. They look bad sketched. See, like that looks so much better than that. Oh. Oh, that actually looks fine. I forgot where that ended though. Yeah, see, like that looks much better. Because then I go back and I make them thicker. Nope, that is too thick. And that's when I like to go back in and do my fine-tune brush. Because I like getting down with the thickness, but only to a certain extent. I like going about it like this. Eyelash on the two eyelashes on the outside, one on the inside. Well, one on the middle grounds. Also just gonna add just a little bit of that. And I will come back to this later. I'm just gonna give the eye a little. That is something that needs fine tuning if I ever saw it. Nope, 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 nope. I'm gonna fine tune right here instead. That's better. Okay. Oh my goodness, we are gonna take well over an hour for Yeah, we're gonna have an hour for coloring everything. Oh no. I'm gonna get an hour to color everything. I might just have to do sketches and color it off camera. Because I am just uber slow, man. Like, I'm hecka slow. I'm hecka decka slow, man. There we go. I'm probably gonna have to... Ah, no, that works. Okay, now I just want to add a little bit of the inner one. We take out my erase tool. Just clean up right here a little bit. Boom. Looks magnificent. Beautiful. Now if we flip it over, like I said, this eye is way too small. But you know, I'm not planning on flipping her over ever, and if I do, wish me luck. But now we turn that off, and we open this one, and we do these eyes. You know, because I'm on the last step of... I'm on the eraser again. Because we're on the last step of what we... One sec. Oh, yeah, I think that's... No, that was it then. Oh, it's because I'm so zoomed in. Yeah. I'm just gonna redo it, but try and thin out that bit. There we go. See? Immediate difference. And we go down, and because the eyes are closed, the eyelashes this time go downward. And that is horrific. So that's what I'm gonna do. There we are. That's better. Okay, now let's oh my goodness. No, that was wrong. I tried something for that and it was wrong. There we go. It's not quite as drawn out. But then when I open the eyes and when I close the eyes, of course, that is a little... That's what it is. That one's too far over. Because it should be more along the lines of here. And that's how we figured out the problem. Haha. I forgot to check. Sorry, I forgot to check something, so. Yeah, I'm still having an unexpected error for trying to catch my own live. Oh, shoot. Now it's working, and now I can hear my own voice. That is not what we wanted. Oh, no. Okay, now I can see. Now I can see chat. Now I know for a fact I'll be able to see chat. However, I still think I'm going to leave it on this stream for the whole only followers can message. I just feel like because it's going to be more difficult for me to see what people are saying, I am going to leave it at this. Now, I ain't saying I'm not a fan of fans. I'm just saying it's more tricky to communicate to said fans when only through the form of a phone may I reach thy friends, fans. My goal is not to be parasocial. Then again, parasocial means like relationship. So friends works partially. That is not what I meant to click on. But that is, why am I struggling on this one so much? And we going in with the erase tool, buddies. Now, I will say I don't have a name for fans because I'm so new to this. And I noticed that a lot of, like, the big corporate names end up letting their fans choose. Which, you know, I think is a really cute thing. And, like, I was, like, originally thinking, oh, I could call people this, I could call people this, but what do they want to be called? How do they feel about everything? And that's what led to me to not wanting to name my audience. Because my audience, I hope, is smart enough to name themselves. Obviously, I will be the final deciding factor, and I will not accept just any random name. Oh my goodness, I've been spending an hour 15 on sketching. Why am I so slow? I can only sketch for a limited amount of time. Ah. If I could only sketch for a limited amount of time, or stream for a limited amount of time, I don't want to go over. Although I do promise, if we do not finish Confused, I will save Confused for the next one, and we will be able to finish it there. I don't want to make us go out of bounds for timing. I don't think I'm going to do it where I can see what's going on, but no one else can. That is way too thick for that. There we go. A cute little lip. It's only when done right that the lip looks cute, I will admit. And then for one of my favorite pieces. I love my fang. So that is way too far to the to the left. Oh my goodness, that was almost comedic how far to the left that was. What does my sketch have it as? My sketch has it right there. Nah, we going over here. We going over here for the little fang. Oh my goodness, I love my fang. Now, why did I do that? And then, you know, even though I look a little snarky, when it comes down to it, I'ma be smiling. And y'all be like, why you look so snarky? And I'll be like, but look at me not talk. Ching! Smile. Ew. Pretty much I just need to know where the smile's at. My confused face will have a much more narrow smile, but that's because it's not like smiling. It's like, wait, what? It's like, wait, what the fuck? What's happening? Look at my little smile. I like that. It's just like, it's a cute smile. What you talking about? I ain't cute. Soon. That's all I'm picking up from this is soon. That was all caps. That was caps locked. Oh no. I have this thing where I need to capitalize the front of everything that I do. So that's why that happens. But look, we have her and she's so cute. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start coloring. Woo! But we're gonna put the colors over all the outline layers. Because, yeah, I don't want to mess up. And if we pay attention, I've secretly had color swatches hidden all along. Because I don't want to go out of tab just to pick some new color. This is a custom brush that I got off the store for this web thing. But, you know, wait, I don't have to go that way. I personally like this brush a lot. It's a fill tool brush. So if you have any open, weird, gappy areas, I know I should probably, like, not use this brush for some of this. But how do you expect me not to? When it could do that so easily. And the only downside with this brush, I'd have to say, is the fact of, well, not only, you know what, I'm actually going to use the actual regular fill tool here. Nope, wait, nope, okay, so that's why I use this brush. That is why I use this fill tool brush. Because if you notice, some of the pixels didn't get quite filled with that. But, you know, this brush knows when to actually, like, not fill the entire screen on accident. I don't know why it jumped there. I don't even know where the hole was that it decided to sneak out of. I'm going to quickly go in with an eraser for, like, any areas that it bled over. Just because we don't want any of that. This is her skin. Nothing else. Oh, there was one area that I forgot in her body. Oh, my body. I forget that it's my body sometimes too because I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. And that would be my earring. I do not have a skin tone colored earring. It takes a little while, but I like getting the shapes right. That would have been, actually, you know what? No. Boom. Perfect. And then those are all too thick. That's better. I just brought it down by 5 points. And this makes each bead in my earring look very custom. Now, obviously, I don't have floating earrings. My earrings don't float mid-air. They're connected. But this stylized choice that I make by separating my earrings like this, I feel like gives it more character. It almost feels as though my earrings are actually floating. Yeah. And then I just go back in, close back up any of those. Although, yeah, see? Now I have earrings. But I'm going to go back to the color layer. Actually, I'm going to unlock transparency, because one thing, I don't know why it rolls out super far sometimes, but one thing that I desperately don't like about the brush is that if it's by the border, it does not fill it in. So I'm just going to quickly fill this in. And now I can lock transparency. Some of these are laid out in the order that I use them. So like I will do the low lights before I do. I feel like that actually didn't get the... Okay, that is the color. Don't know why, but that seemed very off to me. But then I'll do things like, oh, yep, that's it. I'll go in, paint along where the normal parts rest, where the shadow of the hair would be. Paint just a smidge of shadow. Yeah, that jerks. No, yes, no. Actually, the shadow would sit more along here than anything. I love turning off the transparency just because it works out beautifully for me to actually be able to do some of this. Also, just a little bit of shadow behind the nose, to me, makes a huge difference. I'm actually going to duplicate this layer as well afterwards, because there's some shadows that I want to add based off of which version of the face it is. Because I like to add just a smidge of shadow underneath the mouth. But if I don't know which mouth it is, how can I add the shadow? I personally don't think I'm wrong in that question. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. And then I also do some along the hairline, just because the hairline is very prone to shadow place. And then for a lot of this, I do a proper blend. Gives dimension and color to the face, because shadows are casted. And then for smaller shadows, I like to do a more intense blend because, you know, your face is going to shadow from that nose being there. And because these are all shadows that aren't going to be affected by the other aspect, I'm blending them out before adding anything else. Because look, it gives so much more life to the character. Well, the character in this instance being me. I took an hour and a half on this so far, and we still have a whole nother character. Oh no! Okay, so the way that this is going, we are not going to be able to finish all of Confused. Honestly, we're probably going to ink it and then end the stream. I apologize that I cannot make Confused happen live time, but you all will see Confused next week, hopefully get finished. Right now, because I can't guarantee that I'll be streaming more than 2 to 3 times a week, because I'm not corporate. If I was corporate, I'd be forcing myself to stream more. I'd change my setup just so that I could. I'm not corporate. I don't intend to, as an indie, stream more than I would as a corporate, or stream as much as I would as a corporate. Because once I become corporate, or I didn't mean to say once. If I were to become corporate, I would not have my stream set up in the middle of a living space. It'd be in a more secluded area. Because right now, not quite secluded. But in the future, I might eventually end up actually moving my setup anyway, but it's not as big of an issue to me as independent than if I were to be some big wig. If I were some big wig, I would move my setup instantly in a heartbeat. I'd be streaming like 4 or 5 times a week. Right now it's 2 to 3, based purely off of, am I home alone? And without this strange person who picked me up off the side of the road. I don't know. I think they thought I was a charitable case because I couldn't find my home. But to me, that becomes the big issue of availability. So, 2 to 3 times a week. Since there's already only one more stream this week, it's going to be games. And then next week will be art again. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate layer. And now we add a shadow for the open. Oh, wait. Nope. I don't want to duplicate layers yet. I want to add the highlights first. We'll add in the shadows after I add in the highlights. Which I'll do like along the top of the ears. And even on technically not quite there, but here. And then the other side. And one of my favorite highlights, just a smidge on the nose. And then shush, we're adding just a smidge of, no. Just a touch of that. Because then it just adds like a little underside of the nose. And then we just create a little highlight. And I have a nose! I have a nose! Oh, I forgot one area to highlight first. I can't believe I took up so much time on one art project. And I didn't even sketch this one. Maybe I should have had one of those energy drink things. But look, it just adds just a little bit of gleam on the shoulders. Just a little bit of glow. And then we just glow it out. And she is a gorgeous representation of me. Because look, she's got a little bit of glow to her ears, her shoulders, her nose. Oh, I'm so excited. You know what? I think it'll be just fine if we don't finish on time. I'll be a little sad. I'll be like, oh no, how dare I do this to you all? You are all expecting great things from me. But honestly, I don't even know if anyone's going to be watching this. You gotta add just a smidge. I'm actually gonna name this one closed. Because this is the only one that gets affected. And this one open. Because these are the only things that get affected by this. And then blend it out. And then blur it. And then just a little bit of something under the lip. And then we're gonna hide that. Hide that. Open that. It looks so funny. You know, I'm gonna create a subset of folders, actually, and one will be open and one will be closed, because open and closed are going to have a lot of differentiating. Because for open, I'm actually also going to view this and turn off this. Because open also includes eye colors and things like that. Honestly, I might just save confused for next week in general, depending on how long this takes. If there is over an hour left, I might consider it. I might consider inking it. If there is not, there is no way I'm going to start closed, or confused, because that's just going to be a mental disaster for everyone. Be like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? There were all these extra details that really aren't extra detail. I can't believe I've done this. I genuinely cannot believe that I have done this. I forgot my tail! It's right there! I forgot my tail! How did I forget my tail? I wouldn't have been an imp without my tail. If I didn't have my tail, I wouldn't have been an imp. Oh, that would have been tragic. Oh, this is so much better. I'm just getting the point at the end wrong. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, why my why? Normally it doesn't take me so many attempts to get a gorgeous flow on the tail. That makes my tail look so narrow. Oh no. Oh no, 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 why can't I do this? That's not how my tail goes. Everyone has different tails and it's gorgeous, and I'm sad that I don't see more people with tails walking around. The little hearts are so cute. Especially all the different shades, like the purples. Oh, the lilac purples are some of the most gorgeous ones I've seen. Then there's the ones that are lit almost like they're on fire. Oh my goodness. Why am I struggling? My precious tail. No, that makes it seem like my tail is just a smidgen thing. Because when I get a good top, I end up going too light on the bottom. And when I get a good bottom, I end up skimping on the top. No, that's too thin. I think I needed to redo the other side, to be honest. I think I'm trying to match that one. Oh, that's so much better. I think I want to make that one this side a little more narrow. Not that narrow. Just to create a sense of dimension. My tail isn't just flat. It's got shape to it. I'm shaped. I was about to say I'm shapely, but I don't remember if that's rude here. It's hard to remember all the lingo in this world. That should be good. Except for right here. Haha. Perfect. And now I can turn off the sketch. Back to the glory. Okay. Oh. I suppose I'll just choose a random one. Honestly, does not matter very much for what I'm about to do next. Which is indeed my tail and earrings. I love how my earrings match the color of my tail. It's one of my favorite things. my. Forgot to lock it again. And then it's just a little bit of shine up here. And then we blur it out. Perfect. But we do have to go a little darker on my tail. Even if it's just a smidge, there's a little bit of shadow on my tail. There we go. No. I'm going to go this way down. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness. You know, I think I'm gonna end stream after I finish this one, regardless of time. I don't think that I am ready to do confused with how long this is taking. I am nitpicking and I am slowing myself down, quite honestly. Oh, I forgot one detail in my outline. That is not how you draw my button, my loops. No. No, 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 no. Close, but no. Close, but no. Good. That one's even better. That's not good. That's better. Oh no. No, no, no. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Ah, yes. That makes me happy. That makes me more than happy. Okay. Now let's do clothing. Sorry, I couldn't remember which one this was. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Just need to fill in down here. And gorgeous. Personally, when I typically do art, I actually don't mark out my... I don't mark out what my shadows are going to be. I don't mark out my shadow colors, my highlight colors. That's just not what I typically do. The reason why I'm doing it here, though, is because if I am going to be using this as a mark of shadow or doing something along the lines of fitting into what basically making my models look the same. I got lost in thought, and I was trying to continue sentences that just weren't going anywhere. But basically what I'm doing here is not blurring that. That's a blend. But I want my models to not look alike, but to look similar. I want them to, you know, that when you're looking at my confused versus my sad, that they're me. They have similar colorings to them. It is obvious that it's me and no one else. It's not another imp from the Azure Grove. It's not some long-lost cousin. It's me. And if I can do that by matching up my colors, not just the base, but the shadows, that's incredible. It means that I have become recognizable. Don't like that positioning. Too low. Much better. But it conveys that I am recognizable. I am me. And creating shadows and doing all these things and knowing what colors to use when, I think really helps sell that this is my character, aka me. And like I said, I love my original model design. But my original model design compared to this, they're two completely different art styles, thought processes. This is cute and bubbly. The other one's a little more, I almost went and did my normal shadow technique. You know, I'm actually gonna use this shadow. Because this creates more definition. And you know, this is also me using different methods than when I created my model. My original model. When I created my original model, I broke it down piece by piece. I had the entire body underneath. I had the entire shirt underneath. This one, I approached with a different starting point in mind. And you know, sorry, I did way too much for this. I have to go back. It's not gonna turn out how I wanted. I'm actually going to take that lighter color and, if I want to, go back in with the darker one. I went way too deep. I think I also would rather blur than blend. Sometimes blurring, I think, is a much better option than just blending. It keeps the shadow much more contained while still creating that shadowy effect. All that's left is the hair, the mouth, and the eyes. And honestly, well, it does not feel like that will take very long. There's a high potential that it will take a while. And I say that based off of the fact that the hair is what's going to make me take a while. And I fully understand that the hair will take me a bit of time. Speaking of the hair, that's where we are now. Because I want to save the eyes and especially the mouth for last. And I say mouth for last because I don't have colors selected for the mouth. I have colors selected for the eyes. As you can see from my model, my eyes are pink and yellow, so I have those already to the side. Yes, one of my eyes matches my shirt. I understand. But even just looking at the comparison, you can tell these two models have similarities, but also feel vastly different from each other. And I don't want my hair to be yellow. That is not... Yellow hair is fine, just not my preferred color. I mean, there are people with yellow hair all the time back in the Azure Grove, but you know, that's not me. There's another thing I want to add for the sketch part of this. Ah! Why does it randomly jumps on me sometimes? Something that I want to pen in, which is the same as what I did for my little Twitter profile picture. I added some little hair marks where the hair wraps around for the buns. Doing this to me helps give more guide to the hair itself. I am more likely to be like, oh yeah, this makes sense for the hair to wrap this way. And honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing for the center of the eyes. That's part of why I'm saving the eyes for last. Because if you look, it is very... feels like patchworky when taking into consideration my my Twitter profile. Now obviously that's cute sometimes. You know, I'm actually gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna go like this and not color in that part right there for this highlight. And there's a reason behind that. And I want to see if this creates a forced shadow. Because my shadows are supposed to be along these lines, if I leave that one space open, does it look like I've left a shadow? Does it look like it's supposed to be a shadowed effect? Where the hair wraps over it. And if we add the blur tool, I want to say yes. That does, even though it blends to here, it does look slightly darker than if I weren't to do anything at all. And see, this is me learning as I go. I am open to doing this because it's an experience of learning. And if I make a fool of myself, I made the fool of myself. So, I don't mind. Now, my hair highlights. This one I have fun with because this one I do something a little unorthodox, which is I do my pastel brush over it. And I suppose I could add a little bit of highlight there. And then I blur it. I don't blend it, I blur it. Which creates these little peaks of highlight. And I don't like fully erase the specks because the specks add texture. But what I do after I do that is I take my next highlight. Oh, you know, I should... I still have time. I can do it. We're gonna adjust my sketch. Adjust the sketch mid-process again. And we're just gonna erase this one little bit right here. That also means erasing... Oh no. Oh no, no, no. See, when that happens, you just go skin tone. Go to this skin tone and just go, hey. Oh, it's because I locked it. And just go, no, turn that off. Whee! See? Almost like nothing happened. And then you have to switch to this. Click that, turn off the lock, and go, whee! Nothing happened. Perfect. Now I'm going to lock this. And you know, we can leave the closed mouth one on instead. There's not a big difference. Just one is closed and one isn't. And back to the highlight. See, because that immediately you can see it definitely added a shine. But that's only one color. I like going 3 highlights deep. Except for up here. Very specifically, up there, I do only 2 highlights deep. Because right now what it's doing is it's creating an almost glow effect. And if I do the ultimate highlight, where it's like a minty green, and just do it super lightly, it makes a super high highlight. But up here, it already has that highlight at top. Which is why I only do the highlight here. But I love doing the highlight because if you don't do the highlight, also I want to add a little bit of low light here on the bottoms. But if you don't do the highlight, it just feels a lot more bland. Because look, it adds highlight here, here, here. And you can see the color added in specs. But adding the highlight gives depth. Now, so does adding shadow. I'm not a big fan of being able to figure out how to add shadow. This, I mainly think of where would shadows fit. Like right there, shadow would fit because hair is wrapped over it. So that's what I do, is I blur it out and let the shadows sit. But I also want to use this color. Go back to the pen mode, and honestly, we're going back to my sketch, because this is how I add details to my hair. That is too thick. I lower it down to like a 5. And I just add lines. Honestly, wish some of my lines made more sense. But when they don't, that's okay. Because you know what I do with these? I blur them out. Too intense? I got you. I blur it out. To me, the blur feature is one of the nicest features in the book because it allows me to make such broad strokes and feel like it's absolutely fine and I don't have to worry because even with such characterized strokes, I can blur it and they will, and for this I do a very, very confined blur. Just like that. Something that just makes it a little darker. Or a little lighter, a little more fanned out. I still have to go back and do some of this on the other parts of the hair, like the buns. But I'm also a huge fan of horror games, so I have a feeling a lot of what I'm going to be doing is my weekly things are going to be art, completionary, horror. And you know, I might actually dictate it to certain days, like Monday art, or Wednesday art, or Friday art. And whichever days I don't assign to certain things, one will be like, oh, today we're going to work on completionarying this task, this game. Or we're going to play horror this game. And sometimes I might be like, okay, you know, I have the ability to, so I'm just gonna, we're gonna play more streams. Honestly, if I do more than one stream, or more than my regular streams, they're probably gonna be video games. It takes a lot less mental capacity in some aspects to just do video games. Now, not saying video gaming is easy, but it doesn't need as much pre-planning. Because like I said, I had all my color swatches. I did all the sketches last night. Took me probably like 3 hours, honestly, to sketch them. Both of them. But I did it, and I was a fan of it. I just want to blur out some of these just a smidge more. I used to also just add like a gradient at the bottom of the hair. You can kind of see it, I think, with my model that I'm currently using. Can't get a close quite look at her right now, so that's why I say I think. And for gaming streams, I'll also be able to talk to people more because I won't have my follower cap up and running. Oh my goodness! Look at her! She's so pretty! All I need to do is... That's why it looks so wrong. At some point it went to black and white. So I was just doing grays. But I am going to add the highlights to the actual hair layer, and we will lock that. And now it's time for the eyes. Now, there is a thing where afterwards I will go back and actually do some... Am I dense? Am I just dense? I didn't add the shape of her. I think I'm just dense. Y'all, I think I'm dense. I never added the shape of the pupils. That is way too big. The irises, no, of the irises. Oh my goodness. Ah. Actually, that's kind of cute. Nope. But see, even just thinking about like future streams, I could do a stream where I could, or thinking about future streams makes me think about what I can do for my avatar. I can make one that looks scared out of her mind. I can make one that is, obviously I was planning on making a sad one. Cause what if I get really sad? Although sad could also be the scared out of mind. I'm crying because I'm so scared. With the shadow, she just looks like she's going, But keeping the eyes separate from the mouths, then mean I can activate the eyes, turn off the mouth, and all that fun stuff. Okay, now we're going to go into the open category. I'm going to name this one Eyes. Actually, you know, we're going to do an even subcategory for eyes. Because that helps me. Like, this could be eye whites. Because the white of the eyes, which I also didn't pull any colors for. I just don't like pulling out colors, apparently. Oh yeah, I forgot I had closed open. But yeah, you can pull out, like, you can just whiten the eyes. And then I add a little bit of shadow, which I also don't have saved and ready to go. I just, like, forgot, like, I did all the main things. I forgot the face. I got all my main colors down. I forgot some of the most important facial details. I'm smidge disappointed. Smidge disappointed. But you just kind of do a little blur there. Doing a little race up here if it got too far. And bam! Lock that in. Eyes done. I should lock that skin. Sometimes my brush is just like, I don't want to cooperate. She looks so unamused right now. It's kind of funny. I'm going to start with this eye. And like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do for the pupil. But I like taking a more artsy approach to it. Just scrolling to keep my palette in check. See, I do that, and then actually I'm going to undo that bit, and then I just do a little bit of blending. It's a little bit of blending, so you got that light center. And then you get a little bit of darker. And you go like just a little bit more out. And honestly, this is me just trying to make it up. Blend that out. Because once again, it just adds shadow. I'm happy that didn't ruin my shading collection by accidentally clicking on it. And then for this, you just put it over the top. I think I'm going to add that more for when I do a blur layer instead of a blend layer. But look, it just creates a darker top. And then go back in with this. Oh, I didn't do my grays. Oh, I can do that afterwards. And now just blur it. And then I think honestly just a little bit of this. And a little bit of, that's an eraser. A little bit of blurring it. And ultimately, it doesn't have like the ring effect that my current eyes do, but I think it looks really pretty. And now, because it will bother me if I don't, I am going to do a gray overlay for the eyes. Because I don't want to go crazy while doing the left eye. I don't know why it does that. But I'm going to do no. Just a smidge of gray. With a little bit of blending. Because it just then adds like a little bit of dimension to the eye. That's hardly noticeable. So you know what we'll do? We'll go back in and add another one. And then we'll blur it. Oh, I need to fix that. There we go. There we are. Much better, much better. She looks so unamused because that looks like a mouth. I love the little dot under the nose that I do. Gives it a little bit of shadow there. And then there is going to be a lot of things that I just realized are going to be vastly different because from each model to each model, because I didn't mark down what colors I wanted to use for certain things, which might have been important now that I'm thinking about it. But at the time, I was like, oh, these are all the colors I need. If you notice, I used a lot of colors in this list, and I'm still missing colors. And I don't know why. How many colors do people normally use? Am I just insane? I mean, the answer's yes, but it feels worse than it is, man. Just feels worse than it is, man. But one day I'll get it. I'll get all my stuff, all my ducklings in a row. And when that day comes, you know, the world might be end. I forgot to put a lock back on. So I was blurring it out into the void. So yes, like I said, when that day comes, the apocalypse shall be upon us. Because if I get all my things together, clearly something's wrong with the world. You know, it's probably a good thing that I didn't drink an energy drink. Otherwise, I don't know what I would be doing right now. I would be rambling to the 10th degree. I'm only rambling to the 5th. I make myself laugh. I mean, if no one in the audience is laughing, someone's gotta do it. Why is that so funny to me? And of course no one in the audience can laugh. Even if they show up, that means they have to be watching me and then decide they want to follow me and then wait 10 more minutes after following me. Because honestly, even though I'm only a small creator, no one's gonna try and like probably bash my channel immediately until I become big. I don't want people to randomly show up and then start just like saying things in my chat that could get me expelled from here. So my chat non-existent. I will say I am really excited for the future stream of building an overlay. And it's basically just going to be like an L shape. I love how I gesture with my hands and nobody can see what I'm doing. But basically it's going to be like an L shape in the bottom, throughout like the bottom and the right side of the screen. It's going to be an L shape overlay that allows me to put chat here so I can actually like have chat going while streaming, and even if I don't see it, like, you know. But yeah, it will give me, I'm really excited for it because I'm thinking of like what I'm going to do for it, like maybe put vines over it because, you know, I love plants. I actually really like plants. But, you know, all these cool little details that I can just throw in there. Like, you know, like, oh, have it like L shape. Oh, put vines. Oh, whoosh, 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 whoosh. With thorns. Although I feel as though I might be infringing on other people's identities with that, but I'm not sure. And now you know what every good thing needs. We're gonna do little highlights. We're doing highlights. We're doing highlights on her eyes. I love highlights. That's what I meant to turn to 10. We are doing... And this is why I put the highlights at the very top of the list. Highlights over everything. And just like my YouTube model, we're doing a little heart. You know, I'm actually going to mark it down to like a 6 since this side's smaller. And boom. Heart, heart. Oh, she's so cute. And, you know, what you gotta do. This is something I actually saw from another VTuber who I thought found this amazing little feature. Just putting a little Gaussian blur. It creates like a little glow. And I love it. She looks so sweet. I look so sweet. I still, with the mouth, look so fed up. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on. But as soon as I open the mouth, it's like, ah, that's what you were doing. You add the mouth and it just looks so snarky all of a sudden, even with little hearts. Okay. Now, one thing that I do wish to do, which involves this, is the last bit of the eyes, which I will be completely honest about. I know a lot of VTubers and a lot of anime add little color to this little bit of the eyelid. But for this specifically, I take a lot of inspiration from Asta Arcadia, from Niji Sanji and his mom, for the style and coloration, for the style of how the shine sits in the eyes. His looks like glitter, and I love that aesthetic. So the inspiration comes from Asta Arcadia and his mom. Now, I will say, mine differentiates from Asta Arcadia's in the sense of his is only purple, mine fits both the eyes. I look at that mouth and I just think, what the frick was I thinking when I did that? I might adjust that one on the fly real quick here soon. But I don't want to just do something and be like, yeah, I'll let you think it's my own idea. No. When designing a character, things will end up being similar. This is honestly... When I was growing up, my eyes would switch colors a lot. And at one point, it was pink and blue. And I thought that was cool, but there were a lot of other imps around that had pink and blue eyes, and I didn't want to feel like I was mimicking them. So I was very happy when my eyes settled on being a color that was not pink and blue. Politics, ha ha ha. Don't forget water, stay hydrated. Water is the key to life. So, don't forget to stay hydrated. I'm gonna fix that mouth. That mouth. That mouth infuriates me. It's this part down here. This part of the mouth infuriates me. I'm just gonna, you know, erase, like, all of that. Ah, yes, we kept the part that looks decent and changed the part that did not. And yes, I'm well aware, I just sketched that out of pen. Honestly, you know, don't mind. All that means is that we get to add the extra fang. See, that's better. That is better. I don't care what anyone says. That looks like 10 times better to me. I had to fix that in the heat of the moment. It was hurting my soul. And look, now we get two fangs. I was about to say 2 teethies. Ah, yes. Where's the top teeth? I feel like we gotta have some top teeth just peeking through. Ah, yes. Ah, no. And see, this is why we are saving confused for the next time. I will actually give you all a sneak preview. Now remember, when I outline it, that preview could change. Oh my god, I love the little glitters. I did the exact same thing on my other one. And by other one, I mean my profile picture. I keep saying other one. My profile picture was the most recent work of art I did. I still feel like her neck is a little long. Why am I realizing now after I did all of that? One second. I'm gonna just turn on everything real quick. We're just gonna make sure everything's visible. I have an idea. And I don't know how well it's gonna work. I'm just selecting everything because I'm paranoid that it's not gonna work. Even the color swatches, you know. I'm testing this out. We are going to test my abilities here, bro. This is not the important stuff. The important stuff starts right. I'm like even moving my monitor, my screen so close to my face. Boom. Boom. Wait. Ah! It's 'cause the colors were locked. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. There we go. One sec. There we go. Now let's try it. Actually, you know, the neck supports that I drew in are very, like, that's so much better to me. I will say, shift just directly lower. Maybe a little to the left. Boom. It looks like she has a double chin. It looks like she has a double chin now. I got this. I will erase double chin. Outline. There we go. My outline. Look at that mouth mess. What that mouth do? I wish I don't know. I hope to not know what that mouth do. See, like, I'm quoting old things. I am what you guys have referred to as a boomer. I don't even think I'm that old in human ages. I just don't understand. Okay, close that. Sketch is off. Keep the closed ones off for now. Why is my colors closed? Oh, see, that's on. Oh, I was like, what the heck? Where are my eyes? I'm so confused, bro. Oh, so cute. Oh yeah, that neck is definitely better than the try our neck. I forgot to close the mouth. There we go. That honestly is a little fear-inducing. Oh yeah, this is taking so long to make just my model. Because it's the model y'all are going to be seeing for a long time. So I'm very, very picky fine-tuning it. And time to go for colors that I never chose beforehand, so the mouth is going to be different on all of them. Love it, love it, love it. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's just funny. That was funny. Made me laugh. Lock. I don't think I need to lock the eyes because I'm not using the eyes. Honestly, I think I need a desaturated version. There we go. And you know what? Let's just do a little bit of gradient or blurring. I'm sorry. I love a blur. Look at that blur. Look at that blur. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gorgioso. And then we add a layer. And this layer is about the teeth. Teeth. And you know what? It's so hard not to. I was gonna be like, I'm not gonna add no gray. Look at me now. Look at this liar. Look at this liar implementing all of their gray. It just makes it look nice. Oh my. I love the subtle comparisons between it's not even quite subtle. Like I said, I did remove my over the shoulder thing. My colors are more vibrant now. Well, some of them. Oh, looking at my old model, I actually really like how I'm actually a huge fan of what I did for the vest instead, where instead, for some reason I thought it, like, slowly blended. Oh. And trust me, I haven't forgotten about the whole ties thing. I keep that to the end. But yeah, some of my colors are more vibrant. I'm a little more soft around the edges. The flower's gone. I'm a lot more cartoony, I want to say. My eye looks so small. I am going to fix this eye just a smidge. Close the mouth. Eye. Open. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. I want the eye. Give me the eye of Sauron. Wait, what? Okay. We are going with the eye. We are going with the eye open. And we're going in with the lasso. That's not helpful, lasso. We are not scale and rotate. No. We are freeform transforming. Honestly. Where is my option to rotate it just a smidge? Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh. I am going to do a little more and just take this corner. Whoa, no. This corner and just shrink it up just a smidge. There we go. And I will be... Oh my goodness, I need to fix the pencil. Ah! One sec. We're going black. We're also going to click on this and do a little bit of erasing in some spots. Just because it really thickened up some of this. Okay, and then we can go back in, cover. No, did I put that on the highlight layer? Oh my gosh. Wait. I put it on the mouth open layer? Why? Nah, I'm making that look worse. That's what I needed. Let's remove some of that. There. Also there. And just clean up that line a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's so thick. There we go. Okay. Now, just remove that a little bit. Now, I am well aware that I put you on the mouth layer. We are going to remove you from the mouth layer real quick. That would explain why the highlight didn't move with that, but you know, we are going to take that, we are going to take that, and we are going to put it there. Oh my goodness. That's a little wonky to look at. Then we are going to fix the highlight. You know, I like doing these little, oh shoot, fix them ups, because it feels real. It shows that I am real and I am not perfect. And you don't have to be perfect either. I mean, look at this. My pink and yellows are weird. I haven't even finished the tie yet. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. Ah! Ah, that's kind of freaky to look at. Oh, I said close. I said close. Also close the highlights. There we go. Pencil. When my eye is closed, we're still gonna have sparkle. Just because the eye closes doesn't mean we don't get sparkle. We need the yellow sparkle. Oh my, I'm hungry. Yeah, that's gonna be another reason why we're not gonna work on confused. Also, it gives me more content to use. Like, oh my gosh, we still have to work on my confused. Okay, that's kind of cute though. Opening the eyes though is a major project though. Boom. Eyes are open. The mouth is just, close that and switch the mouths. Oh. Oh. Oh, never mind. I forgot. I also have to switch skins. Ah, eyes. So I'm going to put the open one over the closed one. No, no, no. Not going to put it in. Put it over. There we go. That way if the eyes are open, but the mouth is closed. This is actually really cute. And I think that means that we're ready for the final touches. Which, to be fair, are still probably 15 minutes worth of final touches. How long have I been streaming for? Wow, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours on one model alone. But what I will say is that does mean next week on Friday when I'm streaming, I will be using this model instead of my old one. I'll still keep around my old model. I won't throw it away, just in case anyone's ever like, oh, I wonder what they used to look like. Look at them now. Yeah, I really like my old vest actually a lot more. If I feel like changing it, we'll change it. But it's also a lot of work. So I probably won't. I put in the amount of work that I deem necessary. Okay. So. Add a layer. Light brown. And it's time for this. I forgot this layer also goes up towards the top with everything else because it has to go over all the other things. Yeah, see, that's what we're going for. I don't know if this is actually the one that I want to be using, but... Okay. There we go. And now, for one of my favorite parts about it, we are adding in the shadows. I have a very particular way about doing my shadows for this. So that makes me feel really happy when I actually do my shadows. Oh, no, no, no. I keep on forgetting to turn on my transparency lock. Which, is a mighty fine mistake on my end. And honestly, just adding these shadows, even if it's not correct for how it would lay, creates a beautiful little effect when you're actually looking at it. And you feel like things are actually overlapping each other. And I'm well aware that this is not how it would work. It would not just like lay entered into them. Nah. I might like blur out the edges a little. No, not blur. I don't like that. Just actually, you know, a little softly blur without pushing hard. Just to like make the edges look nice. It's actually really pretty. Actually, you know. Oh, I know what to do instead of a blur. I'm gonna go until one of, there we go. I know what to do. Blur won't give me what I want. We are gonna tonal correct it. There we go. Or do we want light? No, we don't want lighter. Do we want lighter? I like that, yeah. Maybe saturate just a little more. Nah. We aren't gonna. Actually, maybe change the hue by like 3. But oh, you know what I can do though? I know what's bothering me. This. We are going here. We are unlocking it. This is what's been bothering me. It doesn't have decent shadows. How can you claim that something is laying on top of it if there's no shadow? That's it. Yeah, just a little bit of darker in here. Works in my favor because it's supposed to not be there. And then you take the blur tool and you blur the shadows. You know, I may have blurred the shadows, but I'm also going to actually add just a little bit of blend to it. It truly feels like it's like a nice shadow. Yes, this is perfect. Look at that. Now it looks like it's truly sitting there. It might feel a little too texturized, but that's also because I haven't finished with the final detailing. I sounded way too angry when I said that. I apologize. I meant to sound excited because this is one of my favorite parts, which is honestly removing a little bit of the cartoonism. Because look. Haha. These are now golden. You know, I know I said I wanted them to be the same. They're going to look different because I'm adjusting this. There we go. See, it doesn't look as cartoony anymore. I'm also going to actually add just a little bit of the lighter back and just... But that's just because I like it. I like adding what looks like shine. Oh, look at that. That is crisp to me. Seeing that there is just the pinnacle of perfection to me. See, like, this is the pinnacle to me. It might be a little overly whatever to some people. This is crisp. This makes me happy. You know, for the open eyes, I'm actually gonna also, you know, I don't normally do this, but you know, I kind of want to see how it looks. So we're gonna go into a super small size and be like, okay, how does this? See, that just immediately to me makes it more enjoyable. It's not overly processed, overly blank lines, black lines, everything. Part of why I did the hair the way I did it. These touching final details, honestly, to me, feel like they make my piece. Nope. The eyeliner stays the same while the eye part goes burr. No, I said the eye part goes burr. The eyeliner stays the same. But look how gorgeous it is. It's not overly processed anymore here. Now, another detail that I have that has not been added yet is my freckles. So I know it's gonna, my freckles are basically gonna show up different on everything now. But we take a small size and just go boop, boop. No, I want, oh, that's why it wasn't working, because it's that. Okay. Now we're gonna take that off for now and just, nah, we need big, I need big old freckles. Too big. And not brash enough. That's closer. There we go. That's my freckles. And yeah, my freckles are not going to be placed the same on every single one. I'm not that overindulgent into it. If I were overindulgent on that, I would probably be overwhelmed. But you know, how would it look if I just smidge of blur? All I'm doing is just adding a smidge of blur, making them blend into my skin tone a little better. But look. See, that's why I'm blurring them. They stand out just a little too much. And the more blurred they are, the less likely they're going to stand out. See, that is better. That is how I feel. But another thing with this skin tone shade that I like doing is I like darkening my ears. Ah! I forgot that it could also change the hair outline. But I like changing the color to the ears. Like I said, it makes it feel a lot less processed. Until I become a live 2D model, I am my own mama. I will very much enjoy creating images of who I am. I don't want to go through the process of learning how to separate all my art into different things, because you have to keep the eyes separated from, I mean, like, I already separate the eyes from the background, but then I have to keep the freckles separated. I have to keep basically the ears separated, the tail separated. I have to keep everything separated to a T. I am not ready to learn that. I'm ready to do this amount of work. And honestly, like, I'm debating, do I just, like, take a shadow color and just be like, hee hee, shirt outline, but not up here, no, only here, relieving the black outline. Like, let's just see how it looks. I'm also debating leaving the vest alone. But, like, doesn't that look kind of cute, though? I'm also debating changing the hair a little bit, but, like, these are the touching details that make it so that I feel like saying the way I do the vest here. That was kind of funny. The way I do the vest is okay. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, 4.5 hours for 2 different artwork pieces. That'll be fine. It turned out not to be fine. More like 3 hours, 3.5, more like 3.5 hours for one. You know, I should have known better. Watching people like Aya stream. Oh, see, I love the way that the shirt blends, but like the vest is very focal. Now, do I want to add the vest? We shall see. But I should have known when Aya has done all her pre-work, and it still takes forever for her to finish because she's doing all the detailing and all those things. Now, do I trust this? And normally I actually darken if you notice with my model, my nose is actually blended into the skin, but I think I actually want to keep the nose segmented and separated away. I might actually lower the opacity of my eye highlights, because looking at them in the stream, they are very, very predominant. I'm just gonna up the ampage. I forgot that could happen. I forgot if I went over something else it would change. Now that leaves the question, do I then take like this down and like take it out here where I stop with the whole adjustment? Oh, that's kind of cute though. That is kind of cute though. Obviously, I'll go back over more careful there, which is why I stopped. But like, oh my gosh, that's kind of cute though. That's like kind of cute though. Ah, because we go in this way. There we go. Nope. There we go. And now actually let's do it, because now I can do more fine tuning. And I'll go back over for any yellows that I think needs a little more space. Yeah, let's go back over with some of the yellows. Honestly, that's really cute. Like I said, I think I'm going to go back over with the green for the buns. I didn't specify the buns, but I meant for the buns. That's what I meant I would do the coloring for. Oh, I love it. Look at how cute. Look at how cute. Just how cute. I will actually briefly go in. Let's go get this color. I want to see how it looks if I remove this. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute though. Only thing I say with that is then do we go like this? Oh, but what if I darken it? Desaturate, darken it. Okay, do we go with that or that? That? or that. Let's keep it black for now, because it is a big part. Oh, I know what part of the issue is. But that would involve having to change both of them. My shadow under the neck isn't as strong because I moved the neck down, and that's what I'm realizing part of the issue is I'm running into shadow issues. And you know what? That takes work. So, no. I don't think I will. And you know, gotta be very careful because I don't want to mess with any of the ones that are already the same color. Be very careful around outline areas. Oh wow, I actually got that perfect without trying. And now we'll go in for the small detailing. Oh wow, I got that one perfect too. So I know I didn't get on this side. But it keeps it very, very stylized, but very cute. I think this is it. Minus the fact that I wanted to see about dropping the opacity. 69. Whoops. Let's see about 50%. Now let's see about what if I drop that 50%. Ooh, 69. Let's actually put the blur up to 75. And then if we go, and after all of this, turn off the color swatches, turn off the background, and we have my brand new model that will be in use next stream, which will hopefully be Friday. Yeah, I think that actually works out really nicely for her. I did promise that I would, since I only have barely an hour. Actually, I technically have quote unquote 2 hours that I could use, but I'm also hungry, and I don't have money to order and eat and keep streaming, especially when it's an art stream. If it was a video game stream, I could be like, oh yeah, I'll take bites in between these lines of dialogue or whatever. Aw, thank you. Sorry you had to wait 10 minutes for this, or to respond. Like I said, I will show you briefly what the confused figure is going to look like, because I don't have time for that, and I'm hungry. What I did with this figure is I mainly just tilted her head, but in my sketch for the open, I do have a question mark, and when I switch it to close, the question mark is going to bounce to the other side. So I'm really excited to implement that next time that I do an art stream, because I'm getting hungry. I don't have money to order. So I'm going to do this again probably next week to finish that, and probably make it a weekly thing where I add more emotional figures, because I like I said at the beginning of this, I like the model I currently have. I made the model I currently have as well, but I don't feel like it really fits my... I feel like my art style is too different from what I originally drew. Like I said, this is going to be the end of the stream, so I'm going to just go jump to my chat thing. Like I said, the reason why I had it on just chatting for a while was because I didn't have another monitor, so I couldn't actively monitor what people were saying, so I had to have it set to just chatting, or just followers after 10 minutes, because I don't want anyone to come in and be like, I'm going to say bad things to you, and then you get in trouble for it. But I will probably be streaming another art stream next week. Friday, I am going to be doing, if I don't have anything in my way, I'll be doing gaming. Probably an attempt at a solo run of Plate Up. I'm probably going to fail miserably. Thank you for sitting in and watching. I had a lot of fun drawing. It was a blast. Thank you for watching and thank you for following. So yeah, I'll be signing off until Friday. I post on my Twitter when I'm going to stream, typically the day of, just because then I know nothing's going to get in my way. And yeah, I'm excited to keep on doing this. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.